What is going on, people of YouTube? My name is Kurtyoy, and I'm here with a preview, all on a Tuesday. I know, it's mental. After this, I'm also going to be recording two team reviews, sorry, and then editing, hopefully, all of this, as well as uploading a rant about Target Man in modern football. Also then got to edit about, I think, 3 Football Manager videos, a few videos from when I was in America with the girlfriend as well. Got a lot to do, so let's make this short and sweet. What 12 players do I believe could be doing well in game week number 23? Let's have a dazzle, or a dizzle, or a bizzle, or a shizzle at my looks. First of all, I spoke about it in the review. If you want to go and watch that, it'll be in my channel, probably the previous video. Mark Bunn. Now, considering he's played 2 games, he's a third of Brad Guzan's entire season's point total. That's awful. That's because Villa have been awful. And I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, you got to look at Guzan. How many clean sheets did he get? That's 2. 1 against Bournemouth, and then 1 against Manchester City. Since then, none. Bunn has got 1. Also saved penalty. 16 points, sorry. Mental. Absolutely mental. So, Mark Bunn is the first player on my team. Simple reason, he's got West Bromwich Albion away coming up, and I believe with his form, he's looking a fantastic keeper, and also the fact Villa could get a clean sheet if they play their cards right. 4.3 million is an absolute bargain for you. Moving on to your second keeper, I think keeps on hiding the goalkeepers on this. We have a Spurs goalkeeper by the name of Hugo Lloris. Now, he's played every game barring the first one, which was a defeat, which Michel Vaughan played in. Now, I haven't really got many clean sheets to carve recently. Last 4 games, all conceded 1 goal. However, they're facing a Crystal Palace team that is shockingly out of form. And to be honest, I'm looking at it, 31 points. It's lucky they had a good first half of the season, because if they wouldn't have, they would be in trouble at the moment. And so would Alan Pardew. But, poor Palace team, good Spurs team, poor attacking, record in the last 5 games, scoring only 2 goals. Fantastic keeper equals a clean sheet for Hugo Lloris. Simple for me. And lastly, we've got the Stoke goalkeeper, Jack Butland. 107 points so far, the highest scoring goalkeeper on there. Seconded, the only other goalkeeper on 100 is Petr Cech, and he's got a clean sheet in his last game to go off, which is against Arsenal, 0-0. Also, Petr Cech got a clean sheet in that, surprisingly. And they've got Leicester away. Now, go for like 5 weeks back, I'd have said, absolutely no way this fixture is getting Jack Butland on the clean sheet. Now I'm looking at a Vardy out of form, I'm looking at a Mahrez out of form, I'm looking at the fact that, you could have had a Vardy assist and a Mahrez goal in last game week. Mahrez misses penalty and Vardy isn't, finishing his dinner, and he isn't scoring goals. So, for me, Jack Butland's got a huge chance of making this a clean sheet, because he makes a lot of saves as well, he's a good keeper, and also the fact very good defence in front of him, so clean sheets could be available for Jack Butland. Definitely worth bringing him in. Onto defence now. A trend that always follows is that many of the or quite a lot of the time, there'll be 3 goalkeepers from the same team as the 3 defenders. That is generally the case today, but I believe one is different. So I'm going to go first off with Eric Dier. Now, why am I saying this? Is because he's a defender, plays in the midfield, sitting in front of them in that sort of role, is allowed to get forward, and he's playing Palace. And again, I say, Palace are in shocking form. So Eric Dier will be allowed to go forward, has got a chance of making assists and goals like he did against Sunderland, who are also shockingly poor. So for me, Eric Dier is a good choice. Any Spurs defender, really. You could go for Walker, who's a bit cheaper, Vertonghen, maybe, Rose, maybe. I'm assuming he's the left-back of choice at the moment. And also, Toby Alderweireld. I don't understand, if you haven't got him in your team already, how you have not. Or how you haven't. Anyway, get Eric Dier in. I think he'll get good point scoring this week. Secondly, we've got to look at defender from Stoke, and I'm picking Glenn Johnson, because although they've been poor in front of goal, Leicester, you've got to credit the fact that you look at their last 5 games, 1 goal conceded, 0, 0, 0, 1. So That's not bad defensive-wise, and I feel like it will take something maybe from a fullback to come forward to, unlock, the defence. And that's why I'm putting Glenn Johnson as an attacking fullback. Definitely worth the risk. I did have him in my team. I got rid of him for Volsheld because I needed to get rid of Ikalo because I don't feel like Ikalo is performing very well. Bring in Benikofobi because much better choice in my eyes. And lastly, a Liverpool defender by the name of Alberto Moreno. Now, you may be thinking, I am bonkers. Here are reasoning behind it. They're away against Liverpool, away against Norwich, and I think they've got a good chance to get a clean sheet. Although Norwich have performed okay in the last few games, and they're looking better under Alex Neil, made a few decent signings, one of which Stephen Naismith, who I think is a great signing from them. I think that could be a clean sheet opportunity for Liverpool and a chance to score a few and get back on track. And Moreno's a very attacking fullback, so can get forward. He did get forward against United, didn't, make any of it pay, but he can get forward and has a chance of getting an assist or a goal. Maybe not a goal, but definitely an assist. Only got one so far this season. It was against Norwich. So, good omen? I think so. And that's all the defenders. Moving on to the fielders now, we have a Southampton player. I'm very bunged up at the moment, so sorry if I keep on stopping. His name is Dusan Tadic. Now, he had a dip out of form, really poor. Grabbed himself a few assists against Arsenal and West Ham, and then scored 2 goals at Watford and West Brom. So I'm thinking, bring him back into your teams. He's currently got 6 goals, 5 assists for the season. He's hitting a bit of form, and he's playing against Manchester United away. Now that in itself could be deemed as stupid because United's defence is generally quite solid. However, they have to attack to sort of break teams, and then they can get hit on the counter a lot. They were hit on the counter a lot against Liverpool. It's a shame they don't have a goal-scoring striker like Sturridge. It's a shame they don't have a goal-scoring striker like Sturridge that is fit. Put it that way. And I think Tadic will have the chance to unlock the defence. Although he only came off the bench in the last 2 games to grab goals, still gives him a choice, maybe to start. And if not, comes off the bench, fresh pair of legs, could influence the game that way. But for me, seems like a good choice to bring him in now. 6.7 million. So he's gone down, from 7.1. I think it's a great chance to bring in quite a cheaper player. And following on from that, we've got Christian Eriksen of Spurs. Another Spurs player. I know, it's the first time in a while we've had a full sweep. Can you guess who the Spurs striker is? I'll leave that one up to you. Christian Eriksen, I did say in the review to, wait a couple of game weeks, but Crystal Palace away, great chance for him to, hammer in. He did it again in Sunderland, he's going to do it again against Palace, I'm going to be sure of it. And if they do struggle against Palace, I wonder, is this Spurs going to challenge for top 4, or are they going to crumble? We saw it against Leicester, they were poor. Maybe some people say, oh, that's a bit harsh, but they sort of weren't the Spurs that we saw. And if they keep on crumbling in the games like this, then I don't think they'll get top 4. But we'll see. I think Christian Eriksen's going to have a fantastic game week against Crystal Palace because they've been very poor, conceding a lot of goals. Good chance to make a fantastic comeback, 2 points. And lastly, we've got another player. In fact, I'm just going to do it here. Gini Wijnaldum. He had a fantastic game week against Manchester United. Even better one against West Ham. And now he's got a cheeky little game against Watford, who have lost 4 games in a row now, with the loss against Swansea last night. Goal and assist, 3 bonus points against West Ham, with new signings like Shelvey unlocking, the play, and also we've got the Saviet, and also with rumours coming left, right, and centre of players that are going to be joining Newcastle. Great chance for Wijnaldum to get forward, get himself some well-deserved FPL points. Lastly, I've got the attackers, and I'll run through these very quickly because we need to. First of all, it's Harry Kane, surprisingly. Did well against Sunderland, scored some goals. Another poor team coming up, he'll score some more goals, hopefully. Let's move on to the second striker, because there's not much more I can say about that. I've got Joselu in here, or Joselu, I believe. Yeah. Now, whether or not he'll play, I don't know. But if he does play, I he's got a good chance of grabbing a goal. In his last 4 games, 2 goals, 1 assist. He did start against Norwich, and picked himself up a goal. So he was warranted with a start against Arsenal. I believe that was harsh on Joselu just to drop him off that for not scoring. So I believe he will get another game against Leicester. And it's a good chance, like I say, Johnson will have to unlock the key. And Joselu maybe can grab in there and get himself his 3rd goal of the season. Maybe, who knows? I say it's worth the risk. And lastly, he's on my team already, Benikofobi. He's in here for the simple reason I believe he's going to like Callum Wilson, take the Premier League by storm and score a lot and lots of goals. However, you know, he's only done it against Norwich. So you could say, not really feeling it, but I feel like it's worth bringing Benny Kofobi in, 6.1 million, worth the risk, and he could bring, 6.1 million back, in a decent amount of points every week, because he is a natural finisher. He gets in the right positions. He's scored goals in the Championship. He's already got one in the Premier League, so it's worth the risk on him. That's where I end today's episode. Sorry about being constantly bunged up. I'm going to go and blow my nose, take some medication, hay fever medicine, before anyone says, only bunged up. Because I haven't taken it today, and I get very, bunged up, and hay fever is one of the most annoying things to have. But I'll stop rambling on. Thank you guys for watching. Nonetheless, if you like this video, then leave a like, and we think in the comments down below, and subscribe if you feel like I'm worthy, and I'll catch you all in the next episode. Have a good game week, and peace.